whoop. Whoopity scoop. Whoopity scoop.
And welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it is your first time stopping by on this here channel, thank you so much for coming through. Please don't forget to subscribe right now on your way out if you like what you see here on this channel, so that you can become a part of the ZX family and you guys will not miss another upload from me. As you guys can see from the title of this video today, I'll be giving you guys a few exam tips. I know that it's exam season for everybody in South Africa right now, as far as I know, versus in terms of university. So I thought it would be really helpful for me to drop a few tips so that you guys can find out how I cope through this exam period. Please don't forget to follow me on all my social medias. I'll go ahead and leave them on the sides here, and I will be announcing the giveaway tomorrow on my Instagram, so please do not forget to go and look at that. I'll also be showing you guys how I'm going to be selecting the giveaway, so you guys know that it's completely fair and you guys know that I am not rigging these elections. Like, it's going to be a computer generalized thing so that everything is fair. Anyways, I'm talking too much, let's get straight into this. My first tip for you guys when it comes to exams prep is to start as soon as possible. Now that means start as soon as you have finished all your other assignments and you know that you have time to focus on your exams. Do that. I don't want to put too much pressure and say like start 3 weeks in advance, 2 weeks in advance, a month in advance, because realistically I know that it's not always the case, and it's not always, especially in university, it's not something that can be done for every single person, because I know that I had an assignment, a huge assignment due on Friday, and my exams start in a week's time. So there was no way I could have studied like a month before, because I've been handing in assignments, and I know a lot of faculties are like that as well. So just start as soon as you can. Today is Saturday, so I will be starting to study for my Friday exam now. It's so important to get started, because that is the hardest part about studying. It's getting started, and once you start, you good. Like, the hardest part is getting to the library, getting to your desk, getting to whatever it is, and actually picking up your books and starting to write and just study. So if you can do that, you're already halfway. My next tip for you guys is to make a schedule. I'm not going to necessarily call it a timetable. I'm going to call it like a schedule or a plan of how you're going to go about studying for your exam. So for example, I have 3 exams to study for this semester. So I'm kind of planning my time accordingly and planning it on terms of what is the most difficult for me to study, what do I need to do the most work for, and obviously the order in which they work in. I'm not studying for example, my last exam before I study for my first exam. Do you get what I'm saying? But I do realize that not all faculties are the same, and you might have to be doing revision. For example, if you're doing something like maths, you can't just be doing the maths. You often can't be doing the maths just like a few days before. Let's say if you have an exam like the day before you write your maths exam. Like, I can't tell you to start studying for maths the day that you have another exam. So basically what I'm saying is that if you have things that you need to be constantly practicing and revising, and that you can be doing simultaneously with other courses, do that as well. Put that in your plan. I know in high school what I used to do is that I had this huge timetable where I used to break my day up into 3 periods, so morning, afternoon, and evening, and break up my studying via those time slots. And then obviously I'd dedicate, okay, this is how long morning is, this is how long afternoon is, this is how long evening is, and breaks in between, so that I get as much as I can done, and that I don't waste time, and I know exactly what I need to be studying, when I need to be studying it, exactly which topics I need to be studying. That's also very important. I like to break up my exam topics, even if it's one exam or one course, break it up into modules, break it up into topics, so that you know that you're going to get everything done, and put that on your plan. Need to study topic 1, need to study topic 3, study topic 6, or whatever, so that you don't miss anything out, because that would be the worst thing. So that you don't miss anything out, that you dedicate enough time to every single topic and every single module that you need in your study timetable, and that you essentially get everything done on time. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So planning is the most important part when it comes to exams. Trust. Okay, my next tip is to be organized. So basically I said here, make sure that when you start exam period or studying for a particular exam, you have all the work handed in, number 1. 2, you have all the necessary notes, and guys, emphasis. it's no point you start studying but you don't have everything that you need. Like what, every single like 2 seconds of your study session you get distracted trying to look for the work that you need to be studying. No, at the beginning of your study session, make sure, or at the beginning of whenever you're studying for this exam, make sure that you have everything that you need to study so that you can just be smooth and that you don't waste time looking for things when you actually should be studying. And you end up doing that so close to the when the actual exam is, and you don't get to study the work because you were too busy looking for it. Like look for everything. Now I want to even go as far as to say, like, now at the beginning of your exam period, if you haven't started already, but at the beginning of your exam period, make sure you have all your notes for all your courses so that when it's time to study, that's what you're doing. You're not organizing, you're studying. The last thing I said is that make sure you have all your slides and all your old essays to look back on. It's really, really important to have also lecture slides, of course, and also it's important to go back and look at work that you've already done, because a lot of the times that does help with exams. I know for a fact in humanities, I like to go through my old essays and read through my old essays, especially because the work is often in the exams, just so that you get into the space of thinking like that, because we have to write a lot of essays in our exams. Get into the mind space of structuring your work like that, going through your thoughts like that, kind of structuring how you're going to be answering the exam questions. Have all your stationery together. Guys, it's no use the day before your exam you realize you don't have it. The night before, let me say. Now Pick n Pay's closes at 10 o'clock. You realize you don't have a what's this thing called? A Tipex. You don't have enough pens. You don't have a pencil. You don't have the equipment, your calculator dies, your whatever. No, we are organized, so we make sure that you have all your the day before your exam. You must be sure you have all the necessary pens, not one pen, I'm saying 2-3 pens in case that one pen dies. You have an eraser, you have a pencil, you have everything, a ruler, every single thing that you can think of. Rather be safe than sorry, because let me tell you, honey, you want to be in an exam and you're looking in your pencil case and this dololo pen. It's happened to me before. I'm always that person who, they outside the exam venue and be like, oh, where's my pen? No, don't be that person. Make sure that you have all your stuff organized, that you don't have to stress yourself, and that you can go into your exam and you calm with peace of mind knowing that you have all your equipment in here and over here. Okay? My next tip for you guys is to stay healthy. I cannot stress the importance of staying healthy during your exam season. It's going to help you so much. You won't feel lethargic all the time and fatigued all the time. You're going to have energy to study if you just take note of your health and that you don't fall off when it comes to health, eating junk food every day, you're not taking care of your body, you're not doing a little bit of exercise every now and again. It's really important. What I wrote here is that you need to keep your mental and your physical health in check. So in that sense, I mean, exercise when you can. I'm not saying go break a sweat at the gym and be on the treadmill. Genuinely, you can go and just take a walk. Even if you're on campus, take a walk around campus. Just get some air, breathe, go on a hike, do something that's just going to freshen you up. Because I'm telling you, if you don't get, I know for a fact, if I don't exercise, I get tired, lethargic, fatigued, and you'll be asking yourself, you'll sleep for like 10 hours, you'll be asking yourself why you're still tired, and it's because you're not exercising. You're stationary. It's not good, especially because you're stationary already when you're studying. You're sitting at a desk all day. Like, it's not good. You need to get your limbs working, you know, so that you have a bit of, you know, fuel to go about realistically. You need to get in at least 5 to 6 hours of sleep, and I know this is so freaking hard, but also it is gonna help with you feeling tired and just not having energy in the morning. It's so important to sleep. I'm saying 6 hours because I mean it is recommended 8 hours. We ask students 6 hours. If you really need to study 5 hours, but I'm saying a night before exam you need to get in a full night's sleep. Like, you can't be at your exam falling asleep. I remember that happened to me in high school once. I wrote an exam and I slept for like 3 hours. I was falling asleep in the paper. Like, I was literally, it's not even that I didn't know anything, like I was tired, like I couldn't keep awake. So I really think it's important for you guys to prioritize sleep, because it's so important for a healthy mind and a healthy laugh. When it comes to your mental health and kind of your feelings towards your exams, I know this time can be a time that really does induce a lot of anxiety within students, because a lot of the time, let's say it's your final year, you just want to do well, you want to keep on your scholarships, you want to keep on your financial aid, all of that type of stuff. So if you are feeling really anxious about your exams, just try and find someone that you can talk to, someone that you can confide in, because I know venting does help a lot of the time, just expressing how you're feeling, just somebody that can really encourage you and push you and let you know that everything will be okay. And if that's not enough, it's also important to go and speak to somebody professional if you have the means, even if you can go to student wellness and try to see someone there. It really is just good for you to not have such feelings, and if you do have these feelings, to just try and work through them so that you can ultimately write your exams. But also, guys, if you do find yourself not being in a mental space to write an exam, or not feeling genuinely like your mind and your body and your soul is not in it because genuinely you're too anxious, you're just not feeling up to it, I'm saying that definitely go and speak to somebody at student wellness, and don't be ashamed to defer your exams, because honestly your mental health is the most important thing. Like, academia will still be there, not to say that like just go and, you know, if you're feeling a little bit like I'm a bit nervous for the exam, I'm not really trying to do it today, let me go to student wellness. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you genuinely, you know, if you're feeling anxious, you know yourself. So if you know that you're feeling at a place where you're like, listen, I really can't do this, definitely don't feel ashamed to go to student wellness and take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, put yourself first. The next tip when it comes to health is to try and participate in activities that are going to help you unwind, kind of relax and soothe you before or after an exam, so that you're in the right mental space. This can help with anxieties and stuff like that, it has shown. You can try things like yoga, you can try things like Pilates, really to say to yourself and to meditate. I know it sounds so freaking yogi and so like, oh, she's being so dramatic, but I won't even lie. I remember myself in my trick exams, I use this app. I still have it on my iPad and I have used it every now and again. It's called SWORKIT, but it has it's the yoga and Pilates one. It is so freaking lovely. Like, it's a whole bunch of breathing stuff and a whole bunch of yoga poses that really do help to relax you. I felt like they really relaxed me, so I just wanted to recommend it to you guys. If you want to use it, I will leave the name of the app in the description box. You guys can go check that out, but that really helped me, and I'm sure it can help you too. My next tip for you guys is another tip kind of related to health, but it has more of the food element to do with it. This is study snacks. So I know, guys, during exam period we are always tempted to get sweets, chocolate, I'm talking energy drinks, I'm talking Power Play, I'm talking Red Bull. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll know my issue and my problems with Red Bull. Like, I love it so much, but wow, it's gonna kill me. But yeah, I know you get tempted to eat all of that stuff, but like realistically it's not the best thing for you, and there's so much healthier ways to get in energy and to stay awake without necessarily having to go the route of eating sweets and eating junk food. I'm not saying don't eat sweets and don't eat junk food ever. I know it's not realistic. Sometimes you need a little pick me up and you do need a little chocolate, but I just wanted to give you guys a few tips on some study snacks that you guys can eat if you're not trying to do all that. So most importantly, it's really important to have water with you. H2O. Buy yourself a 1.5 or 2 liter of water, so you guys always stay hydrated while you're studying. You need that for your brain, for your body, very important. Number 2, instead of eating sweets and chocolates and stuff, try and opt for fruits that are high in sugar. For example, bananas, apples, all that type of stuff. Try and opt for those. They have a lot of energy in them and obviously a lot of sugar, but it's natural sugar, so it's not gonna like do a huge spike in your insulin levels, and then you like energize for like an hour or two and then you crash, because that's often what happens to me. Even when I take Red Bull, I will literally be like super productive and, for like an hour, and then like the next hour I'm at the bottom, like you know I'm at the bottom, like I'm in the basement of at the bottom, like literally rock bottoms, basement. That's where I find myself after taking a Red Bull. So I know that if I'm taking a Red Bull, I need to be working for like maximum 1-2 hours afterwards, because after that I'm gonna be asleep. Even me driving home, I'm after I take a Red Bull. Try and stick to the more natural alternative than the artificial sugars, because trust me when I tell you, the thing is not Good for you. My next tip for you guys is to make a virtual or real life study groups. Not make, but attend. You know what I'm saying? So if you have people that are doing the same course as you, go ahead and start a group with them. If you don't already have one for your course, because I know a lot of courses at UCT, like we all have WhatsApp groups. But if you don't have one for your course, just try and get friends or group of people that are in your course and just start a WhatsApp group with them, or try and meet up with them so that you guys can share ideas and you guys can help each other with the content that you need to study. This is so helpful because it's easier, number one, to ask your peers questions as opposed to going to tutors or going to your lecturers. And also it's easy because you guys are both in the lectures, but you might miss something and someone else might have this opinion that you didn't think of and whatever. So it's really nice to share ideas and share opinions and share work and notes and perspectives, so that when you get to exams you have a wider understanding of certain topics. You know what I'm saying? My next tip is to get a study playlist that is actually going to be productive and not distract you, because I know a lot of the time people want to make study playlists and use songs that are like their favorite songs on the study playlist, so you end up getting distracted. You're there singing and you doing that when you're supposed to be studying. So choose a study playlist wisely. I would actually prefer that I choose a study playlist where I don't know any of the songs, I don't know the words to any of the songs. That's usually how I end up finding songs that I like. But I like study playlists where I don't know most of the songs and that I can't sing along, so that I don't get distracted. I'm actually focusing on my work, because I also don't like the thing of not having anything play in my ears. I don't know why that is. I'm just going through something, but I prefer to have something playing in my ears. So even sometimes I used to go on to this one really long mix on YouTube. I will link it down below, and it's called like study relaxation or something. It's just sounds in the background, and that really helped me focus. I don't know what's wrong with me, but like weird things help me focus. But I'm gonna leave the link to that. It's like an hour long or like 2 hours long, and it's literally just sounds like in the background, but it really helped me because I wasn't focusing on the music. I was really just focusing on my work. Final tip for you guys is to study in a place that has a lot of peace, a lot of quiet, and doesn't have things around you that are going to distract you. So for example, if you're in your room and you know that your bed's there, number one, that's the biggest distraction. Your bed's there, your iPad's there, your laptop's there, anything that's going to distract you, and that you have makeup there, you're gonna start doing your eyeshadow instead of doing your work. Minimize those situations. So if you know if you're not somebody who's able to study in your room, don't put yourself in that position. Go to the study rooms at your ears, go to the library. I know most universities have 24-hour libraries, and just go into spaces where you know you're gonna be distracted. Even if it's your friends are like, hey, someone come through, let's study together, and you know for a fact they're gonna distract you, or you know having them around is gonna distract you. Tell them no. They're gonna have to understand, like, it's not that you don't love them, but genuinely you need to know yourself and know when you get distracted. It's like we're too old to be not knowing that friends distract you. So if you know you're gonna get distracted by your friends, manage the situations, go and be by yourself and with your books, if you know that that's going to be the most conducive learning environment for you. Alrighty guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I know I've been doing a lot of tip videos for you guys lately, but there's lots to share, lots to learn, so I was like, you know, let me just do it. Please don't forget to like, to comment, to subscribe, to share this video, because everybody could use a few exam tips. And don't forget to subscribe. I don't know if I already said that, but don't forget to subscribe again, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, bye guys.